Hello, my friends. It is year 14, week number 688, and this week we're going to attempt to bake.
Kevinisomoto says, welcome to the vlog.
In an attempt to make new friends here in New York, one of the things I've been doing is I've been going to these social events where various people from around the city gather together to do some sort of an activity for the day. And one of these things that I've been doing is I go on these once a month city walk tour hikes around the city. I've only been to two, but you see recurring people when you go to them multiple times. And one of these people that I have seen now twice that I feel like I've become close friends with now is this man named Toby. Okay, so Toby lives here also in Brooklyn. I met him through this hiking thing that we do, and I feel like through these two times that I've known him, these two little meetup city walk things, I personally feel that I've become friends with this guy, and I do consider him to now be one of my friends here in the city. And this week, even though Thanksgiving was last week now, this week he and his partner are hosting a Friendsgiving at their place here in New York, and he invited me to come over and share in the festivities. I am planning on taking cookies with me as part of my contribution to the dinner. So tonight we're going to attempt to bake some cookies. This cookie recipe that we're going to be using is, I actually found it from a person's profile on a dating app. They had a photo of them holding a tray of cookies in the photo, and I was like, those are really good looking. So I clicked on it, and the caption said, sesame seed dark chocolate cookies. So I looked up a recipe and found something online, and so now we are making sesame seed dark chocolate chip cookies. It's a very busy day today, a lot going on here. So I did end up baking the cookies. I went to the party. I didn't film anything at the party itself. There was just a lot going on there. When I'm in these situations, as I've explained in the past with like meeting new people and stuff, I don't like to just like bust out the camera in their face right away. You know, it's just one of these like social norms where people don't want to be on camera when it's like part of your project, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't film anything at the party because I just felt like a guest in someone's home, you know? But I took the cookies. They were okay. They weren't like the best cookies I've ever had, but you know, it was what it was. I have like so many leftover ingredients, so I'm probably gonna like try to make another batch soon just to use some of that up. There were around 20 people at the party, and out of the 20 people, I only knew two of them, Toby, the host, and then one other guest, this person named Stefan, who I also met through the hiking thing. I'm working on our family holiday card. So every year my family does we go all out for like the annual Christmas card that we send out to people. And this year's theme, you know, we always do some very extravagant thing, but this year's theme is Home Alone. So we actually shot this over the summer, but we took the two Home Alone movies and took themes, various elements from each of the movies, and combined them into a card. So this over here, this is the Home Alone movie poster, and we want to kind of recreate this as our card. So my family members are going to be standing here in the window. This is going to be me, and then we're going to rework all of this copy down here to kind of fit the theme of Christmas. But this is the general theme we're going with. This is very, very rough right now, but very rough edit. I'm putting this together for us right now, but this is kind of where we're at right here. So again, this here is the original, and then I've been working on this edit, but this is kind of what we're working with right here for right now. So this is my mom with the feathers from the seam where he gets the feathers. This is the grabbing the handle of the door handle where he burns his hand. We've got my dad with the tarantula on his face, and then we've got my brother with the iron mark. And so all of these photos were individually shot over the summer. And then I've been kind of editing these different elements, like the burn mark on the face, and then like adding the tarantula to the face. And so right now I'm about to put on this sweater here because that most closely mimics what he's wearing there. And so I'm gonna put this on, take my photo here, and then go through a whole editing process of my photo and adding it into the card itself. So I just kind of wanted to talk about, this is kind of what I've been working on this week. And then on top of all of this, I've been having problems with my radiator. This same problem that I had last year. So basically we have some leakage that goes down right there and it drips water. So I'm trying to have a plumber come over to check that out at some point today. So that's what's going on. A lot happening. I'm trying to work as quickly as possible to get all this stuff done. I started a new painting last week, and this week I just finished it. So this here is the artwork update for this week. First of all, this canvas I got from Michaels. It was part of their Black Friday deal. So this is Michaels' like their top of the line canvas. And normally these are pretty expensive, but their Black Friday deal, I got this canvas here for probably like $9 or $10. And then the cost of the paint. The color scheme and kind of this pattern here is inspired by the like the little ticket machines that they have at the MTA to ride the trains here. And so I basically took that design and then took it down to this sort of textured, minimalistic looking painting here. I'm gonna frame it and I'm probably gonna hang it up on the opposite wall on this side of the room over here. Right now, I'm getting ready to go on a date tonight. This girl that I'm meeting up with, very interesting story of how we met. Last week I went to the Creative Mornings. I kind of saw her at the event because she made a comment towards we had to like fill out these name tags. And this girl made a comment when I was filling out my name tag. So I kind of like saw her at that moment. After the event was over, I walked over to the library to just do some work from home from the library and spent a few hours there. So now we're like half a day later. I leave the library and I'm walking around Bryant Park and I recognize the girl. She's sitting at the park by herself. So I just cold approached, went up to her, introduced myself and started talking to her. And I found out that she kind of lives sort of in my area over here. So we arranged now to go and meet up. We're gonna go for a walk. The way this all got started was like, this girl that I'm meeting is like fairly new to Brooklyn. And so I told her like, oh, I kind of know the area that we're around. So we can go to like a coffee shop or something like that. Just kind of like, I feel personally that I understand this neighborhood and this part of Brooklyn well enough now where if we're just trying to get like, work from home locations or coffee spot recommendations, I can like give those out pretty easily now. And so I told her we'll meet up and then I can point out to you some of the coffee shops that I go to around the area. My friends, we met up with the girl last night. This is now the next morning here. So we did successfully meet up with her. Extraordinarily fun. Very, very, very fun. And I'll tell you that the reason why it was I think like the level of spontaneity with everything that went down is truly perfect. I took her to Time Out Market just because I feel like the view from the rooftop there is really nice. And then this is where it starts to get a little bit spontaneous here. So she suggested that we go and get pizza. We ended up getting on the train and we went over on a little adventure over to the East Village to get pizza. We got the pizza, and it was like this it's like a Louisiana themed Italian restaurant. The like colors and stuff like that they had going on in this place, it very much reminded me of like a 90s Y2K sort of feel. The second spontaneous thing was that there was an event. There's this magazine brand called Cherry Bomb, and it's like a food editorial thing. And she was gonna go to this event anyway, but she was like, do you wanna come with me to this event? And so I was like, dude, absolutely, I wanna go. So we walked over to Soho. There's a clothing store over there in which they like rented out the place to host this event. Maybe about 50 people there. It was like a 2-story event, and just kind of like mixing and mingling amongst the people. And so like all this stuff kind of contributed to the overall spontaneity and the like very random feel to all the things that were going on throughout the night. So just like a lot of fun. And I think that is why it's that sort of like randomness and like unplanned fun that made me really enjoy this sort of a thing. Okay, my friends. Right now, I'm getting set up to film or take my photo for this family Christmas card. I'm going to put on the sweater, do the whole thing. This is the magazine here. So I have my souvenir here for this week. Yeah, that's all I have for this week, though. Thanks for watching. It's a little bit hectic right now. It's been year 14, week number 688. Next week on the video will be week number 689.